All right, everybody, we are live for another episode of Whose Tagline Is It Anyway? Everyone's favorite marketing game show where the companies and products are real and the taglines are made up by myself and my guest competitor today, Nelson Jordan. Hello, sir. How are you doing today?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks. And always got to give a quick shout out to Liz Johnson here, who does the hard work by looking up the company and product for us. How you doing, Liz?
I'm doing well, Terry. How are you?
I'm good. Nelson, thank you so much for joining us today and being the guest competitor. Tell us a little bit about yourself, though. Tell the world, the internet, your elevator pitch, a little bit what you do.
Sure. So actually, I'm fairly new to the copywriting world, definitely compared to some of the guests that you've had. I've actually only been copywriting for just over 2 months now. So yeah, this is kind of a bit of a scary thing for me, but hopefully I'll be okay.
You were very eager to do it. You messaged me like, Terry, I'd love to do it. So clearly you're going all in. You're trying, you have the motivation. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I think I've been involved in digital marketing, as a wider thing for about 10 years.
Okay.
Started out in social, moved to SEO, PPC, CRO as well. So basically every acronym under the sun.
Yeah.
And then kind of just thought a few months ago, I'd love to go in a different direction, learn more about copy and the place that it plays in kind of the wider digital marketing funnel.
Yeah.
You're right. I've just kind of thrown myself into it. Got quite a few gigs as a writer, mainly kind of sales and website pages, which I'm loving.
Awesome.
Starting up my own podcast soon as well about working from home. So yeah, you're right. Just kind of diving straight in and seeing what happens, really.
Yeah, I know I've seen some of your content and you've been posting about it, how you're kind of giving like this behind the scenes access of you starting out and even like something to do with like the income you're making too. You're being really transparent about the process. Yeah,
so I actually started freelancing from a wider perspective, maybe about 1.5 years ago. So January 2019. And that was, digital marketing in general. So Facebook, Instagram advertising, worked with a lot of e-commerce companies over the years. So that's kind of where I started.
Yeah.
And what I really would have loved when I was in that position, or even when I was just thinking about going freelance, was like actually seeing behind the scenes. So understanding, okay, there's this person online that says they're making 100 grand a year. That sounds fantastic, but that's not going to be the case for like 99% of the people. They're like the ridiculous ones, even when they actually are telling the truth. Like you don't know a lot of these sales things. And I just thought, when I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it differently, right? I'm going to put like all of my expenditures out there, what I spend on like software, what I spend on training, all the stuff that I regret doing afterwards, but also the actual money I'm making, like what I'm making off Upwork, what I'm making off clients, which bit is copywriting, which bit is my like existing digital marketing. Hopefully people will really enjoy that, like true real life behind the scenes perspective.
No, I think so too. And Liz, I'm sure maybe you could kind of appreciate that too, of just kind of learning where the money's coming from and not always just the big clients all the time. I mean, Liz, we work closely together, so she gets to see a little bit of that too, but it takes time. It's like when you say you make like $80,000 or like 10,000 in a month, it's like, sometimes it's not consistent, it does fluctuate a lot. There's a lot of things. So yeah,
it's cool.
Awesome. I feel like I want to call you Jordan Nelson all the time because there's like a football player, Jordy Nelson, in the NFL, and I'm just like, I'm trying not to get my my words twisted.
Don't worry, you're not alone. Like my full name is Nelson Thomas Jordan because my parents, in their infinite wisdom, chose to just give me 3 first names. So.
3 first names. Look at that. Oh no! I mean, if you were like a child actor, it'd have been perfect, though.
No, you've seen how awkward I am on film. Like,
man, you're good. Well, thanks for sharing a little bit of that, Nelson. Awesome. I mean, new to the copywriting game, but love it. Love that you want to take part in this. And to anybody watching and tuning in on Twitter and in the Facebook Copy Co-op group, here are the rules in case this is your first time watching. So Liz has done research on a real company and product. And then Nelson, she's going to give us a very brief description of it, just enough for us to come up with a tagline in 25 seconds. So she sets the timer after the description. Once the timer's up, she lets us know who goes first. and then she gets to see which one is her favorite. And then we let everybody else watching decide if they want to as well. Makes sense? Any questions?
Not at all. I'm petrified. Let's go.
Petrified. All right, let's do it. I feel like I don't know if I'm necessarily on a roll, Liz, but I'm feeling a little bit better about these. But I mean, 25 seconds, that changes in a heartbeat.
It goes by fast.
Yeah. So, all right, Liz, what do we got today?
Okay, so the product today is a social interactive family robot.
What?
And I'm starting a timer and some music right now. Ten seconds left. Time's up.
Wow. This one must maybe your most obscure thing you found. I don't even no idea even where to start with this.
I figured this might be a tough one.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. Who's starting this?
Let's start with you, Terry.
Yeah, since I sound so confident. I just have All in the AI Family is the most like somewhat sensible thing I come up with. But trust me, I didn't even know what or where I was going with this from the social side. So it's pretty bad. I don't even it has nothing to do with social. The word family was the one I was trying to kind of build the tagline around and try to come up with something social, but then my brain went to like Terminator and like Danger Will Robinson, like Lost in Space. I don't know. So yeah, All in the AI Family. That's what I'll stick with. It's awful.
So you basically went from like, oh, he's a fun family robot. To
yes, exactly. My brain wants to think for the worst because machines taking over. Nelson, what do you got?
Yeah, I did the exact same thing in terms of going down the family route. I went for Mr. Roboto. He's part of the family.
Okay.
So I wanted to kind of create in a very, very short space of time, create something that feels like quite inclusive, feels like almost part of the family, is almost quite like pet-like, quite dog-like.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Roboto is just like the Mr. is almost characterizing the person. Rather than like an obscure cold robot, which is like the that you get normally.
Yes, exactly. Very cool. All right, Liz, what do you think? And I'm very interested to see what more of this product is to see how close we are.
I'm gonna have to go with Nelson.
I agree. Nicely done.
It seems like the robot is a part of the family, and that's kind of their little video and their little elevator pitch. They're really pushing that. So I'm going to have to go with Nelson.
All right. Congratulations, Nelson. See, it wasn't that bad. You did it, man. You beat me. Wow. Mine was really bad. My brain was scattered for all of this.
Liz sent over her PayPal beforehand.
Yes, there you go. I see. There was bribery involved. That's fun. All right, Liz, I'm going to put the link to the product on here to anybody to check it out. But yeah, tell us a little bit more about this. I'm very intrigued.
So the company is called Misa, and their tagline is a little long, so I'll read it off. It is, Misa is the next generation social family robot. Misa blends into your family and is a friend, teacher, helper, cameraman, homemaker, and much more. So it is just a little robot that just kind of follows you around the house, and
wow,
pretty much anything with it. You can program it with 10 different languages. There's an app, so it has a security system and camera, smart home, educational learning for the kids. It's a personal assistant, multimedia. You can text from it, make phone calls, ask the weather, read a book.
Oh my gosh. I'm looking at these. I'm looking at the page. It's wild.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It reminds me of this dog robot I had when I was little. It was like a little toy that followed me around the house.
Yeah.
The name of it was, but that's kind of what I thought of when I first saw this.
Oh my gosh. There's like a thing where it says elder care, navigation. There's like a picture of an old man taking his pills and about to drink water for elder care. So maybe it reminds them of some kind. That's interesting. What a good find though, Liz.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Let's see it. And then everybody, thank you for watching. We had a couple people watching along. Nelson, congratulations again, man. It's awesome. And Nelson, new to the copywriting game, what is your favorite copywriting tip? Quickly, to put you on the spot.
Probably just the old favorites, and it's still something that I'm like, I'll write something like a section or a paragraph and then go back to it. But it's basically just like to focus on the benefits over the features. And it's something that gets forgotten. And, you know, even by I think established copywriters, just in their own text, when they get presented with all these this pieces of information from the client, like, okay, but what does it do for the customer? So always benefits over features.
Yeah, good key foundational tip there. And Nelson, before we go, let everybody know where they can find you across the internet and, you know, see more of the content that you're putting out there.
Cool. So my website is nelson-jordan.com. That's nelson-jordan.com. And then you can find me on LinkedIn, just search for Nelson Jordan. And then I am Nelspoon on Twitter.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Liz. I appreciate it. Again, awesome robot. I can't wait to get mine in the mail and for my office. It'll be great. But yeah, Nelson, thanks again. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you for watching this live edition of Whose Tagline Is It Anyway? We will see you on the next episode. Cheers.
Thanks. Bye.